Well, hello, guys and gals. It's me, your old buddy, Mr. Moose, back with another edition of Construction Simulator. And today we are beginning our windmill project. And as most of you know, we are putting in a wind turbine here along the coast. And I've gone ahead and staged almost all the equipment that we're going to need. We've got the mixer, the pump, all the crawler crane attachments, as well as we've got our drilling rig and our compactor. And then the mobile crane is over here. We'll go ahead and talk to our foreman and we will get started. So let's get going. Ah, there you are, Mr. Moose. Surely you'll notice that a wind farm is being built on the coast. Yes, the other day I read something about it in the newspaper. Anyways, the construction company has bitten off more than they could chew and apparently called it off last week. Desperate, the city council called and asked if we could take up. We can. Well, then let's not let them down. Let's get to it. All right, clear the construction area. I did. Compress the marked area on the construction site. All right, to do that, we're going to have to come over here and unload our compactor. We'll detach it, we'll get inside, and we will go ahead and put down the ramps on the back of this thing. So we'll get those placed down and we will get to work. Several steps involved in this. It's going to take several episodes to get this recorded, so hope you guys enjoy it. We'll just break it up into short segments. Do a little bit here, a little bit there. And who knows, before long, we'll be done. This is my least favorite job in the entire game. I just hate the handling on this thing. It's just absolutely horrible. But at least we don't have too big of a spot that we've got to get compacted. Ready, on your mark, get set, roll with it. Come on, back up. All right. This thing seems to have a mind of its own as where it wants to go. We sort of talked about that when we did our apartment complex gig. But anyways, we just kind of point it in the general direction and then let it go where it wants. I think I might have to go turn that auto camera off. It really annoys me. Oh, you stupid camera. Come on, give me a break. Yeah. Definitely gonna have to turn that off. So I haven't completed a job now in almost a month in game, so I'm gonna get hit with a monthly expense here really soon, and that's going to hurt. But like I said, I really can't put a worker to work until I get the crawler crane started here on job site. So really you want to get that hooked up quickly and get it started. So really I ought to go ahead and assemble that and then get my my hired help working, making a little money. Because as you know, your hired help can get jobs done much faster than you can. All right. I know I'm to the point I can get a third worker, or a second worker, excuse me. I don't know that I can get another foreman yet, but I do know I can get an additional worker. But I don't really need the worker to do anything. If the game were set up a little bit different, that'd be a different story. I'd have the worker grabbing everything that I need and have him bringing that to the site while I did all the work. But that's not the way the game is set up. So all right, get this last little bit compacted here. I don't want to. I want to finish up. Maybe I can trick it into letting me get the last little area. Oh, yeah. There, our last little bit compacted. There we go. We are done. Nice. All right, this can go back to the job site or back to the back to the yard, construction yard, as we are done with it. Loaded up on the trailer here. There we go. And that'll be ready to get out of here. There we go. Out we go. Attach it. I will go ahead and raise up the back here. There we go. And we'll pull this on out of the way. It's one less vehicle that'll be sitting in here right now. I'll just pull it over to this side of the road and get it out of the way. And then I'll drive it back in just a bit. Great. Alright, the next thing I want to do before I start drilling, again, because I want to be able to make some money, I'm going to set the mobile crane up. Or the big crawler crane. I'm going to go ahead and set it up and get it in position. So to do that, I'm going to want to put it right over here somewhere. So let's set it. Let's just go ahead and set it right here. This should be a good enough area. So we'll go in here, crawler crane. Yep, that's where we're going to put it. And let's go ahead. You see, it's a different job foreman doing the job for us than my normal foreman. There we go. All right, let's back this piece up and get it into place. And I want to go ahead and get this done because eventually I think I'm going to end up having to have this crane over at the steel mill to load stuff up at the steel mill. I have a sneaky suspicion I'm going to need it there. All right, so let's go ahead and get everything raised up. Get our crawler crane built. We'll have that out of the way. Alright, let's lower down. We'll take a peek at our hook. See where we're at. Oh, we still got to go undo everything, so let's unfasten everything off of that trailer. That one's detached. That one's detached. Oh, nope. Come here. There we go. All right. All right, all our loads are detached. So we should be able to lift that now. I didn't have the little ball there a minute ago. All right. Come out just a little bit more. Come down. Should get our hook. Come on. I must be just a little off. Oh, I'm nowhere even near it. All right, get that lifted. Fly it over here and put her into place. Rotate that on around. All right, what just happened? Everything locked up. Hello. There we go. What exactly is going on here? It's not letting me lower the crane. Well, now it is. When I was inside of it, it wasn't letting me lower it. I was like, huh, something's not right. Alright, move that over just a hair. Come on down with it. There we go. Drop that into place. And we'll go get our tracks. Alright. Check our hooks so I can see where we're at. Just need to come straight down a little bit. Alright, this should be our right side track, I guess. So we'll lift this one straight up. Hopefully not knock the other side off. And we'll start rotating this thing. So I believe this should be the right side. I think I got this backwards, but we'll look. And we'll come down. Got to come forward quite a bit with it. Had her way back there. Alright, bring her on down. There we go. I guess it really doesn't matter which one this is as long as you have the orientation right, which what I figured is the adjuster goes to the back on this. Alright, back to hook cam. Well, I think all the solid metal goes to the inside. Alright, let's bring that around and we'll swing her in. And what I'm talking about, if you look at this one, everything is solid as far as the metal on the track. If you come over to this side, it has more detail as far as gears and everything go. We've got all the details of the gear and drive and everything else like that. So see, it's it's hollow back here, whereas on this side it's a solid piece of metal. So that goes to the inside of the crane. And this piece needs to be to the back. So it actually matters how you put it on there, which piece you lift and which side it goes on. Took me a little bit of thinking or looking to see and make sure which one I had. Alright. Come forward a little bit. Now we should be able to come on down. Bring it in. Still got to come forward a little bit. There we go. All right. Now we just have to clear this piece away from that piece, which we can go ahead and pack this one completely up. We are done with it. All right, and with that finished, we can now put our foreman and our other worker to work, because, like I said, it'll be a while before we need to take that crane apart. All right. Be able to pack that up. There we go. Cool. All right, and for the time being, we can put this guy somewhere out of the way. So let's put him over here behind this little construction wall. The neighbors won't care. All right. So that is safely out of the way. And our huge crane is done. And we can just kind of back him out of the way, or put him somewhere out of the way. So let's do that. Let's move him over here a little bit. Should be pretty good right in here somewhere. All right, we'll leave him right about here. That'll be good. All right, and now we can come into here and unload this beast. Which I need to straighten up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, there went that monthly financial fee. That was a hit. All right, jobs. Let's get a contract going for something that is going to make some money. Large townhome, a mansion. Let's put him to work on a mansion. Accept contract. And let's get our worker on the mansion. So there they go. And they're off and making money. All right, meanwhile, we are uncoupling this trailer here. And we're just going to pull straight forward with this guy. All right, and now we can get the drilling rig off of here. All right, let's go ahead and raise up the jib. I'm going to go ahead and bring that up a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and bring this piece up some. There we go. Now I can switch gears back off of here. Rotate on around. That's good. All right. Let's get in here so we can drive over to our construction site, and then we'll unfold the rest of this out. We are going to be drilling some pipe into the ground today. I like this little rig, the drill rig. All right. Let's see. We need to be on the other side of this. We've sort of got our shoes laid out weird. Because your hooks are up here. Alright, let's go ahead and switch into this mode. We'll go ahead and raise this on the way up. And pull back on there. Yes, I want to go assemble the rig. Alright, go ahead and get it all the way straight. We'll go ahead and rotate out a little bit. Get our hook coming on down. There we go. And now we can Alright, our worker finished a phase. Get him doing some more work. Alright, let's get into this thing and get situated a little bit better. I don't like the way they got the shoes seated. They're going to be a little bit tricky to get to. But I need to also make sure that I get my stance widened out on this thing. So let me put my tracks out. Alright, those are as wide out as they'll go. Alright, so I want to pull the Kelly back. So I want to pull this thing all the way back. And then I want to come on up here to my hole and get matched up with it. Just about right there. And this is just not in a good... The way they put these shoes in is just horrible. I think I'll be alright right there. Alright, so let's get in here. And let's get this to come down. I guess I need to come back a little bit. There we go, connect. So let's lift that up. We'll rotate around. Bring our back plate forward. Alright, swing over. Lower that into place. There we go. Bring our drill over. There we go. Bring our whole assembly down. I want to run that, oops, run that Kelly bar down a little bit. Alright, get a little bit of the Kelly bar in there, and then we'll go ahead and come down, connect up, and we can start drilling. So, rotate, push down on the whole thing till we get good depth. We are there. Go ahead and disconnect. Pull out. Come over here. Do our whole little drill dance to clear our drill head. Rotate around. There we go. Drop down our hook. Come on. There we go. Grab that. Raise up our whole Kelly assembly. And then we'll rotate back over the hole. Something's not right. There we go. Drop that into place. Bring everything around. Come on down. A little bar. Run our drill head down so it's deep as it'll go. And start drilling. There we go. I wonder if that's the only hole we have to drill. Oh, nope. There's another one. All right, so we'll switch this. Rotate back around. There's where, oh, gotta back up some. Yeah, I really don't like the way they loaded the shoes for this one, because usually the way the shoes roll out, you can get right up onto the, you can get your drill head in position and then just kind of roll away on it, and that's not really the case this time. I don't really like how they did that. Should be all right there. All right, let's get that down. Get where it can hook up. Pick up our shoe. What is with all the bouncing? Seriously, that's getting annoying. Wonder if maybe I'll add the winch and the Kelly head were hitting each other. All right, let's undo that. Roll over. Come forward just a little bit. Bring our drill head in. And we will connect. Come on. This is annoying. Why is it not connecting? Oh, this is just messed up. Hello, game not working right. All right. Let's try this again. Green light. Go down. Connect. Drive down our little drill bar. There we go. Drill down to the ground. Okay. Pull out of there. I think I got too much dirt that time. Alright, so knock all the dirt off of it. And we'll drill the rest of it out. Why is it doing this? It's in the right position. I've never had this many problems with this stupid drill head. I mean, it's clearly over the hole. Lines up, gives me the green light to do it. This is stupid. Yeah, I guess if I drill a little bit, it's going to let me go down. Wow, that's never done that. Curious. Alright, let's see if we can reach out here and grab that other shoe real quick. Yep. Nice. Gotta bring that back now so I can get that into place. That in there. Bring my Kelly up a little bit more. Alright, to kind of come back just a hair with it. Alright. Lock that up. There you go. I wonder if that's the only ones we had to do. It's just those two. Nope. Apparently it gave us another one. Alright, so we'll maneuver around here. It looks like we're going to have to do 4. Could be more. Alright, so I got to come back just a hair. Get that in place. There we go. Alright, now we can rotate over here and pick up our shoe. Yeah, the way they got these placed, it's not very friendly to you. So basically you've got to have your back plate all the way pulled back so that the rig is like that, and then be able to drill, but then I've got to be able to reach all the way forward to grab the shoes. So So let's bring my plate all the way back. Now I can lower this down. Put it in place. Come around. There we go. Put my bit in. Connect up. And start drilling. Alright. Bring the whole thing back up. Clear our dirt off over here. There we go. Rotate around. While we're doing that, we'll bring the Kelly back. We'll bring our whole assembly forward. There we go. Winch down. Grab that, bring it up. Bring everything back. Lower that into place. Drop it off. Bring the drill over. There we go. Run the bar down a little bit. And then we'll connect up. Uh-oh. Connect up. Now we can drill it on down. Getting the hang of it again. We'll get it done. There we go. Bring the whole thing out of the hole. And again, before we move, we'll clear off our dirt. Make sure our plate is all the way back, like so. Alright, then we'll switch into driving mode. We'll clear out, it'll set the last shoe in place probably. There it is. Yep. I do not like the way they did that. Line up our little spot. Alright, so we're good to drill right there. Let's mix out, see if we can grab that shoe that's sitting right next to our foot. It's not. We're not going to be able to reach it. Ugh. All right. See what we can do from right here. Yay, construction some physics. All right, we'll reach out from here. Lower that down. Disconnect. Yeah, that's one reason a lot of people don't like this drilling rig thing is, you know, some of the times the shoes are laid out really great and other times they're not so much, and it irritates people. All right. Get that out. Knock our dirt off right here. See if we can rotate around, reach out and grab that other pipe. Let's get the Kelly out of the way. And then we'll reach out here. We should be able to get it. Yeah, we'll be able to get it. So let's bring that back a little bit before we connect up. My controls are a little bit backwards on that back plate. I need to get that fixed. I've got them assigned wrong. Let me do that real quick. All right, so the back plate, options, key assignments. I should have done this a long time ago. I just didn't. Let's see, concrete pump. Rotary drilling rig, and raise back plate. This is what I want to do. Raise and lower the back plates. So I want to change this. So this needs to be left. Let's see. Raise the back plate needs to be backwards. And lower it needs to be forwards. Close that. Oh yeah. Now it's logical. Before I was just kind of doing it backwards, and it was getting annoying. I couldn't deal with it anymore. There we go. All right, so we are done with our drilling apparently. Go ahead and get that out. And I think that's going to be a good place to stop for us. We obviously have got to pour some concrete now. Well, we can get these poured real quick. Tell you what, we'll pour the concrete and then we'll call it a day. That'll give us a good foundation, right? All right. Pretty sure we're done with this. I'm just going to back it over here out of the way. And then we'll double check with everything. So let's go ahead and get out. Get our concrete pump. We'll run over here and pump these in real quick. I think there's plenty of concrete in the pump. I think we hardly used any the other day. Yeah, 84%. We probably aren't going to need too much concrete in this. Alright, get the stabilizers out and we'll get to pumping concrete. There we go, switch modes. I forget, you gotta let that thing get up in the air before you try to start to do the secondary boom. Alright, get this thing all unfolded and we'll get some concrete work done. Alright, concreter up. That one's done. Stupid joysticks wanting to walk again. It only happens in this game. It doesn't happen in any other game where I'm using my joysticks. But when I get on this game and I get with this concrete pour, it really wants to just run around on me. It's just wanting to walk down on me. Don't know why that is. Alright, last little bit of concrete in here. There we go. Ooh, I'm a pump foreman now. Alright, well, we continue to pour concrete. Since it just all of a sudden appeared and I hadn't even stopped pouring. There we go. Alright, so I think we are done with the concrete task. We'll take a look at what we got going on with this thing and judge what we got coming up. But I think we've got about enough done for this episode. Apparently we got to put these elements into place and then go get some more from the steel mill. Or we got to go get them at the steel mill. I got you. So yeah, it's definitely a good place to get stopped, because I can go get those and at least get some of it staged over here before we start our next episode. And some things just are not working right today. Physics things are breaking everywhere. Come on. Hold up. Alright, we got this now. Alright. Switch over. Fold her up. And I think for now we're alright. Alright, let's jump out of here. We'll look at our jobs list and see what we got to do for this job. So we'll go to active jobs, wind turbine. Alright, so we've got elements from the steel mill on that one. More elements on the steel mill. Let's see, rotary base, wings, yeah. Rotor, excavate the area. Pour some concrete, transform steel mill. All right, so we can take the compactor needs to go back, and this guy can go back. So we'll load it up real quick. And then we'll be about done. So I'll get this loaded up and hooked up. I need to be ready for transport. Again, this is stuff I wish you could have your worker do, you know. You could get it all set up and then you could tell your worker to transport it back to the job site. Oops. Almost messed up there. Well, I was seriously messing up. You got to pull the tracks back in, squeeze this thing up a little bit narrower. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and straighten her up a little bit on here. While I'm at it, I'll go ahead and pull my Kelly bar back. Start folding her up a little bit. Yep. Well, I don't want to do it too much. Yeah, I do. There we go. Come on. There we go. Should be on there. Ooh. Needs to be straightened up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. All right. So, with that straightened, let's spin her around a little bit. I think we'll clear that trailer. Just barely. Why is it not folding down? This thing's being stupid today. What, I gotta take that all the way down before I can fold it? I didn't think I'd had to do that before. Yeah, you're performing at 100%, game. All right, well, at least we're done there. We can attach our cargo, grab our truck. There we go. And now we back this whole thing up. And we use our trailer steering if we need to adjust anything. There we go. I need to connect that up. Waka! Now I can haul this whole beast back to the construction zone, or back to the construction yard. Oops, careful. Come on there, trailer. You're not one to behave today. And that's what I'll be doing while you guys enjoy the end of this video. Thanks again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will continue with it's basically round 3 of the wind turbine. We'll continue on with that in our next episode. We'll start hauling stuff from the steel mill and we'll get things going. So until then, y'all have yourself a great day. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I do a new video each and every day. And if you haven't subscribed on or followed me on Google+, please do that as well. I'm trying to get to 50 followers. So a little help would be greatly appreciated. Until the next time, everybody, stay safe. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.